So hi guys, in my last video I went through a few benefits that I noticed after changing my diet towards a high carb vegan one, and yeah, there was something I forgot to mention, which is weight loss. It's a pretty big one, but I didn't think of it because it's not the reason why I went towards that kind of diet. About 7 or 8 years ago I got into running and doing weights and that kind of thing, and when I did that, I kind of discovered that diet was kind of a large part of that, or at least it had a very big effect on it. And so I got into kind of health and eating kind of a bit better than I was before then. And yeah, my weight has never been kind of that high. You know, I've always hovered around the kind of 25 on the BMI scale kind of range, and so I've never really had that much reason to want to lose weight, because I've thought that my weight's pretty fine as it is, you know. And so yeah, I didn't really think of that, but I have lost weight. I've lost quite a lot of weight, I think, actually, in the time span. And yeah, I think that's probably the biggest reason why people change their diet, or at least kind of start looking for diets and things, because they are overweight. And you know, let's put it into perspective. You know, the BMI scale is 25 or over in the UK. In fact, it's 23 or over in Hong Kong, but in the UK here, it's 25 or over puts you overweight on the BMI scale. And if anything, that's an underestimate as well, because people live a lot more sedentary lives than they used to, and so people have less muscle mass, and muscle weighs more than fat, and so for the same kind of number on the BMI scale, if you have less muscle mass, you're more overweight. And so as time has gone on, it's possible that the BMI is underestimating the number of people who are overweight in Western society. Yeah, and the BMI has other problems too, but generally it's okay as a measure, I guess, of how overweight people are in general, but it has its problems, and if anything, it's underestimating the weight problem. I think the average BMI in the UK is 26, just over 26, which puts the average person overweight. In America, it's nearly 28, so, that's it's an enormous number of people are overweight, and so it's a big problem, and people should want to lose weight because it's good for their health. As soon as you get into that overweight category, you're at more risk of heart disease, of cancer, of just a whole list of things, type 2 diabetes, and and you're at a higher risk of all that kind of stuff, and so you want to bring your weight down, and if anything, you want to get it in the middle of that kind of range, in the healthy range, because if anything, it's overestimating, it's underestimating, what you need to be a healthy weight, and so yeah. Anyway, I digress a little bit. The BMI, I was about 25 on the BMI scale. And actually, just one other thing, it's just interestingly, those are the 26, just over 26 is the average BMI for the UK. But for vegetarians, it's a little bit lower. It's 25 something. And then when you get down to veganism, you find that that's the only group who's actually in the healthy range category on average. So the average vegan is actually in the normal healthy range. But anyway, for me, like I say, hovered around the 25 mark for a long time, many years, and after changing, to this diet, I basically kind of dropped down. It's 22.3 now. I've lost about a stone. Not sure exactly what I was to start with, but I've lost about a stone. And yeah, I'm only a short guy. I'm about 5'1", and so I don't eat a huge amount of calories anyway. I think before I was eating about 2,100 maybe, and after this I started on Chronometer just to kind of have a look out of interest. I think I was tucking away about 1,400, 1,500 calories, about that kind of number. I think I did it about 2 weeks ago as well, actually, just over a couple of days, just out of interest, and I'm eating about 1,700 now, possibly 1,800, so I'm eating more than I did initially, and but yeah, I'm certainly not trying to lose weight, so I'm always, if I'm hungry, I eat, and that's the end of it, I'm not on this to lose weight. I didn't have that intention, and so I've, but my weight has dropped. Like I say, it's taken about 5 months to lose a stone, so that's about, 2.5 pounds a month, slightly more, so that's quite a lot, seeing as I'm not trying, like I say, and I'm always full, and that's it, but the weight's coming off, I think that's pretty quick, really, like I say, seeing as I'm not trying, so yeah, it's fantastic, what a benefit, and for a lot of other people who are possibly, quite far overweight or obese, it's a massive benefit, to your health, and so, yeah, I can't believe I forgot that one, but yeah, I did, so, that's it. Weight loss is definitely a big benefit to going to this diet. Um, yeah, the only thing actually, interestingly, is that as a guy I don't want to get too kind of thin and scrawny, and seeing as that weight loss has been quite quick, I'm a little bit worried possibly that I'll lose another stone in another 5-6 months, and then I'll kind of look a bit too thin and scrawny, and if that is the case, so be it. I don't think it's an indication that the diet is wrong in any way. You get down to, I think as a man you only need about 3% body fat to to function properly. That's your kind of essential body fat level, and above that I don't think there's any science that, at least I've ever seen, that kind of says that any more body fat percentage is of any benefit. When you get to the higher body fat percentages, the 20s and above kind of thing, or it might be even lower than that, I think you end up getting the higher risk of all the problems that I mentioned before, and so and there's a whole list of them. So you want to keep your body fat percentage low. It's got to be, like I say, about 3% for a man. I'm not sure what it is for a woman, but yeah, most people are never going to get anything close to that. So I don't think it's an indication that there's anything wrong with the diet as such. It's just, if I look scrawny, I don't have a lot of muscle mass, and that's what it is. It is what it is. So I'll have to hit the weights and build myself up a bit. But yeah, what a great benefit. Like I say, a stone in about 5 months, with absolutely no effort at all. In fact, I've been tucking away what I feel like a lot of food, and been full all the time. And yeah, if you want to lose weight, it's another great reason to go on this diet. And yeah, that's it. Cheers, guys. Thanks for listening.